Well, a very good evening and welcome to Wimborne Road for one of the most eagerly awaited Elite League matches for quite some time. On a par, I'd say, with playoff matches because of one name. That name, Darcy Ward. Yes, it's the Swindon Robins in town, and the former Pirate who is on loan to the Robins for the remainder of the 2015 season spearheads the visitors' attack tonight in what promises to be a really close encounter, with a result which could quite easily go either way. Swindon in a very good run of form, away victories, handsome home victories, and the arrival of Darcy Ward, of course, spearheaded not only the team but a victory against the Poole Pirates in that match just a couple of weeks ago, and he'll be hoping to do the same tonight. So no lasting loyalties, he's got a job to do. He said it's very hard on him to race against his former team, but he's got a job to do, and that's what I'm sure he'll be doing tonight. This is a really tough match, and to be honest, if looking at the two teams, if I were a gambling man, I think I'd be inclined to put my money on the Robins rather than Pirates, but Pirates have made a stern stuff and will probably prove me wrong. Let's wait and see. Well, as I just said in my introduction, mouth-watering first race between Chris, who's with me now, and Darcy, mates but enemies. So it's going to be an intriguing night. You've had it already with the away match, and you've got some more tonight. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Swindon are a good team. There's a lot of Aussies in their team as well. So, and obviously with Darcy coming back to the big meeting, and we'd like to get a good win over him tonight. And you know, if we can keep him at the back, we'll be happy.
I'm sure you will. And I mean, apart from a couple of matches early in the season, the Pirates, this has been Fortress Wimborne Road. So I mean, no reason why it can't do the same tonight. But it will be tough.
Yeah, of course. We've had the last couple of weeks have been really good here for us. We seem to have got the track sorted out a little bit, and hopefully tonight we can do the same. We just got to get off the start early and get some points on the board. But like I said, they're a good team, so they're going to be here trying to turn us over. But fingers crossed we can do it.
On a personal note, I was looking at your schedule recently. You must be waking up in the morning and saying, now which country am I in today?
I don't even go to sleep.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't even sleep, man. I just go from my van to the hotel, just sit around for 5 minutes and then fly somewhere else. But it's been quite a busy last month and a half, nearly 2 months. But hopefully I can be awake at the start tonight and get a lot of points, and it'll be all worth it.
There's a lot of people over there hoping that you can be, and good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers, Chris.
No worries.
Well, you heard what Chris had to say. He's looking forward to tonight's match, and I guess the same goes to Darcy. Back at your home, but on the other side of the pits. Bit different.
First, isn't it? First for everything.
Yeah. But, you know, the main thing is you're back in Speedway and you hit the ground running, and that must be good.
Yeah, not too bad. A few ups and downs, but, it's all progress. New exhaust. Halfway through the year, everyone's, full steam ahead. I'm catching up, so it's a little bit difficult, but so far not too bad.
I don't think it would be fair to expect riders to come back after missing half the season and pulling quite the points. So you must have had an appetite. You must have been well prepared, and obviously mentally that's made a difference as well.
Oh, for sure. I knew that it would be tough, but yeah, I did what I could to try to put myself in the best position to gain points, and to try to put myself back to where I want to be, and if not a little bit better. So we did what we did, and like I said, so far so good, but still a little bit to go. Still actually a long way to go. I don't feel 100% comfortable, but I can't complain too much.
Woe betide the opposition when you are 100%. But anyway, I mean, you professionally said you've got a job to do. You're doing it with Swindon, which I think is the right attitude. All that matters is that you're seen to be doing the right thing for your employer, basically, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a Robin for 2015, so I take that with all strides and put that on my sleeve. So it's been good so far. We've been going all right. I think the team's picked up a lot since I've come back. So it's fun in the pits. It's a good time, and we're going well so far. And I don't mind the track, and it's close to home.
Well, there was a huge queue of people when I arrived at the stadium, all coming here, slightly more than we've seen in recent weeks. That can only be for one thing, mouth-watering prospect here tonight, and they really want to see you back on track, even if it's in that colour.
See what happens.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Massive crowd here tonight, probably on a par with playoff crowds. Of course, we've got the holidays, we've got visitors, we've got fine weather, bright sunshine once again, and we've got the Swindon Robins, and we got Darcy Ward. It all adds up to a massive crowd and a massive interest in this match tonight. Of course, it's not on the TV, so that means one thing. They've all turned out to see it live here at Wimborne Road, and here we are to bring you from ReRun Productions match of the season here at Wimborne Road. Darryl Ritchings then, the number 7, gets introduced. He's a lad from Coventry. Charles Wright riding at number 6. He's had 1-2 guest appearances for the Pirates in the past, and a very, very proficient reserve rider he is. Troy Batchelor, the skipper of the Swindon Robins, rides at number 5. Grzegorz Zengota, number 4. Andersen, not always the most popular visitor here, but no booze tonight for Hans. He's the young man that comes into the team at number 2, Eduard Krcmar. What sort of a cheer are we going to get for this rider? Wow, I think that speaks for itself. Thunderous applause there for Darcy. So down the Pirates, the Ready Power Pirates lineup. Nigel hyping up the crowd then as he introduces the Pirates stand from 7 to 1, and at number 7, Carl Newman. Number 6, Poole Starke. Captain Fantastic, Maciej Janowski. Fellow teammate and pole, Kacper Gomolski. One of a trio of Aussie riders in the Poole team this season at number 3. Hoping that he can repeat the form of 7 days ago, Dakota North. Davey Watt, number 2. And number 1. Just about to be pushed off, Chris Holder. Coming into line for race number 1, eagerly awaited, massive crowd as you can see from those shots on the first corner there, and on gate 1 for the Swindon Robins is Eduard Krcmar. On 2 for Poole, Davey Watt in the blue helmet. We've got Darcy Ward in white on 3, and Chris Holder goes in red from gate 4. So it's Krcmar, Watt, Ward, Holder, the lineup for race number 1. So that sunshine pretty low in the sky and very bright at this moment. So we did have a hold up last week. Well, there's not about a 10-minute break. So we don't have to do the same. We were already late starting tonight. So first race. Darcy Ward in second place, takes a look over his shoulder to see where Davey Watt is, and now he's concentrating his efforts on Chris Holder in front. What a fabulous start to the first race here with Chris Holder and Darcy Ward. Whoa, look at those two go. Darcy Ward in third place, Davey Watt in third place, and Darcy just getting a little out of shape coming out of the pit turn there. I'll have to watch that. As we know, in the first race, not too much, but this is super speedway between two top class riders, and the former world champion still heading the future world champion. Round the final bend they come. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a roar from the crowd. Greets the winner of race number 1, Chris Holder. Chris Holder from Darcy Ward. What a race of speedway. What 4 laps of speedway there, and Chris Holder was looking over his shoulder to see if Darcy would come around and join me. Right on his exhaust pipe, and Chris Holder does the business for the Pirates. If he can do that all night, Pirates are on for a good one. What a race. Well, when we go to heat 2, and if we can maintain the momentum in terms of the quality of the racing that we just had in race number 1, we certainly are in for a good night. The roar of the crowd was absolutely mind-blowing. I don't remember the names of the riders, but right behind me here in the main grandstand. And I can't remember who's out in this one, because it's Poole Starke in red for the Pirates on gate position number 1. On 2 in white for the Robins, Charles Wright. Going from gate 3 in blue is Carl Newman for the Pirates, and it's young Darryl Ritchings, normally a National League rider. He's in the yellow helmet for Swindon on gate 4. Oh, and Charles Wright's got an absolute flyer there. In fact, the referee thought so too. So that one's going to be restarted. Okay, so it's the restart then. Just a reminder, Poole Starke feeding across from the inside in red, Charles Wright in white on 2, Carl Newman on 3, and Richards in yellow gate 4. Hoping for a clean start this time. And once again it's Charles Wright who's first to show, and the 2 Poole riders in the minor places there, with Carl Newman out out in the dirt. Charles Wright just made a little slip coming out of turn 4, and Carl Newman was almost on him. Poole Starke right there with him. Carl going around this time and trying to get some drive around the outside of Charles Wright. Look at that pass! What a fabulous pass by Carl Newman there, and Charles Wright's not done yet because he's coming back for more, but that really was Carl Newman at his very best there, coming through to take over the lead, and Charles Wright in second. Poole Starke is right with him. Young Darryl Ritchings finding life a little bit difficult at the back there, and coming around the final bend. So the Pirates going to take another 4-2 heat win here. There's Carl Newman. Disappointing night of Speedway 7 days ago. Not tonight. Brilliant stuff there, and the crowd loved that one. There's a lot packed in here tonight, and just on the evidence of the first 2 races, it's certainly getting their money's worth. Here comes Carl now. So the Pirates with an 8-4 lead after 2 races. Of course, that could disappear down the drain with a 5-1. If the Robins are up for that this time, let's see what their pairing is. A pretty useful pairing, 2 heat leaders. Batchelor on gate 1 in yellow. We've got Pirate skipper Maciej Janowski on gate 2 in blue. On 3 we've got Hans Andersen, the guest replacement for Nick Morris, in white on gate 3, and on gate 4 in red for the Pirates is Dakota North. So another very, very even looking race lineup here. And I'm sure the riders will be happier when that low and bright sun has disappeared, but nevertheless it doesn't seem to have affected the riders in the first 2 races, and I understand that Chris Holder's time in the first heat was the fastest 4 laps of the season, and I'm not surprised. He had Darcy Ward all over his exhaust pipe, and he knew he had to keep it screwed on big time in order to take the win, which he did, and set the meeting off to a winning start for the Pirates. So they're coming into line then for heat number 3. Maciej Janowski gets a jet-propelled start from gate 2 there, absolutely jet-propelled, right Batchelor, and he heads him up with Hans Andersen back in 2nd place, Troy Batchelor 3rd, and Dakota North at the back. So, a share of the spoils at this stage. I don't know whether Dakota North, he was unbeaten 7 days ago, and the difficult gate 4 in his first one, a very tough pair of opponents with Batchelor and Andersen, but Dakota North is now getting on close terms with Troy Batchelor as they come around to complete 3 laps. Maciej Janowski just takes a little look over his shoulder. Dakota North still challenging there, trying to get alongside Troy Batchelor, the crowd urging him on, but not too much room on the inside there. Dakota looking for a cutback, don't think he's going to do it, and it means that Maciej Janowski maintains the Pirates' 4-point advantage with a race win in heat 3 ahead of Hans Andersen and Troy Batchelor. 3-3 makes the totals after 3 races, 11 points to the Pirates and 7 to the Robins. So on we go to heat 4, interesting lineup here. The form of these riders could play a big part in the match, because you've got 2 poles in this one. You've got Kacper Gomolski for the Pirates, and you've got Grzegorz Zengota for the Robins. Who gets the better out of those 2 this evening, and how they perform could swing this match one way or the other. It's Newman in blue on gate 1 for the Pirates, Darryl Ritchings on 2 in yellow. I think he's going to find life pretty tough in this one. He's on gate 2 in yellow then, Darryl. On 3 we've got Kacper Gomolski in red for the Pirates, and Grzegorz Zengota goes in the white helmet from gate 4. Key race then, particularly from the 2 poles. And of course Newman in the mix, he's already shown good form. Oh, and Newman there blasts the tapes, and he'll be on 15. And it means that yes, this will mean well, unless they put Poole Starke in, they could put Poole Starke in, because I think he'll certainly what shall we say, he'll be able to take care of Darryl Ritchings. We'll just see what Midlow decides to do. Well, up for the restart, and Midlow, I think wisely, deciding to put Poole Starke in replace of the excluded Newman. He might switch them those around, and might see Carl out in the next race in Poole's place, just to even things up. It does mean that he's got 2 riders on the starting tapes, which I think is always an advantage. So is the revised lineup for this one then. So it's now Poole Starke in blue from gate 1, Darryl Ritchings on 2 in yellow, Kacper Gomolski on 3 in red, and on 4 Grzegorz Zengota in white. Just 4 points between them. Pirates will be looking to try and get a little bit of an early cushion, build on the 4 points that they've got. Swindon with other ideas, and away they go, and That's Kacper Gomolski first to show as Poole Starke and Grzegorz Zengota battling out for second place. Zengota made a better start, and Poole Starke now is looking to do what Newman did in the last race and get out in the dirt there and get some drive and put Zengota under pressure. But Kacper Gomolski leading out in front in absolutely superb form for his Polish club. He rides McLaren along with Chris Holder. He was in superb form at the weekend, and here he is leading up this one quite comfortably ahead of Zengota. Poole Starke there seemed to have settled for third place for the Pirates, which would extend their overall lead to sixth. Last lap of Speedway for this race, and yeah, there's no more drama in this one as long as they can safely turn the final bend, as it's Kacper Gomolski wheeling across the line ahead of Grzegorz Zengota in second. Poole Starke takes the third ahead of Darryl Ritchings. 4-2 to the Pirates, who now lead by 15 points to 9. And I think Kacper's going to do one of his really good celebrations. Yeah, he's pumped. There he is. So on we go with race number 5 after a little bit of a track grade, and here's the lineup then. It's the Pirates on 1-3 this time, and with that 6-point lead, they were hoping not to relinquish it this time, and on paper anyway, it looks as if they could even build on it. We've got Davey Watt in red going from gate 1. On gate 2, Eduard Krcmar in white. On gate 3 we've got Poole Starke in blue, so Midlow resisting the temptation to make a reserve switch. Poole maintains his place in this race, and why shouldn't he? He goes on gate 3 then, and it's the Robins number 6 in yellow from gate 4, and he is of course Charles Wright. So that's the lineup then, reading across. It's Watt, Krcmar, Starke, Wright. The lineup for heat number 5. Green lights on. And that's a good start from Davey Watt as Poole Starke there gets a bit of rodeo coming out of the pits turn, but he's currently, whoa, and Charles Wright takes the perler there. He tried to challenge, lights have gone on. Looks like Charles Wright not going to get up quickly from that one. No, that was actually, it wasn't Charles Wright in white. Of course it was Eduard Krcmar who took the perler. It was Charles Wright who was in yellow, so Eduard Krcmar then gets the exclusion treatment. The race is going to be rerun with 3 riders only.
In the restart, so we have our 3 riders, ready for restart heat number 5.
Well, Eduard Krcmar back in the pits, sitting this one out, and so Charles Wright up against it, weight of numbers against him. Davey Watt on 1 then, and Poole Starke gate 3, on gate 4 is Charles Wright. So, just looking at my programme, if Pirates do manage to get a 5-1 this time, they'll be 10 points ahead, and I'm quite certain that that would mean that Darcy Ward in heat 6 would be out with a tactical ride. So I don't know whether Midlow's told Poole to just maybe take it easy in this one. I don't think riders do that sort of thing. Although Charles Wright's got an absolute blinder from gate 4, so, and in fact, Davey Watt only just about able to hold him, and well, that would give the Pirates an 8-point lead and make things a little easier for the Pirates in the next one. They've still got to face Darcy Ward, but the thought with a black and white helmet on would not be too clever. So Davey Watt leading this one up now quite comfortably. Charles Wright in second place. And it looks like the 4-2 is going to stay that way. Poole Starke there just motoring around on the inside line, but not making too much of an impression on Charles Wright. He was leading him when that race was stopped, but here we go then. 4-2 for the Pirates, half a lap to go. Davey Watt got this one sewn up. Really is in much better form of late, is Davey. He'll be happy with that. Charles Wright then in second, and Poole Starke in third. Makes it a 4-2 to the Pirates, who now lead by 19 points to 11. Not 10 points up. Chance of a Robins 5-1 this time if they can look sharp from the gate, because they've got Darcy Ward in white on gate 1. Alongside him in red for the Pirates, Dakota North. On 3 for the Robins in yellow is Troy Batchelor, the Robins skipper of course. And on 4, winner of his opening race. He'll do well to win this one. He'll be a hero if he does, and that's of course Pirates number 4, Kacper Gomolski. So, reeling across, it's Ward, North, Batchelor, Gomolski. Oh, Robins really sharp away that time, really sharp away, and it's Darcy Ward leading it up. Oh, and Troy Batchelor manages to find a way around him, because Dakota North just had a little problem coming out of the pit fence, and with Darcy Ward clamping on the line, covering his partner, team riding wise, that's effectively the race over, whatever the Pirates do in this one. Don't think they can get on terms with the two Robins. The two Aussie team partners this time for the Robins are doing the business as it looked as if they could. They're going to halve the Pirates' advantage. It's going to go back from 8 points to 4 with a lap remaining. That's Troy Batchelor then leading it up from Darcy Ward. Side by side, perfect team riding. Kacper Gomolski some way back for the Pirates, and Dakota North, who is not having the night so far that he had last week. Unbeaten last week, yet to score a point tonight. That's the ups and downs of Speedway. 5-1 to the Swindon Robins. They'll be happy with that. Roscoe will be smiling. Why, is he ever not smiling? And that makes the scoreline 20 to the Pirates and 16 to the Robins. So can the Pirates restore their advantage or improve their advantage with a race win in Heat 7? They've got the riders to do it. Here's the lineup across from gate 1. The inside in white is Andersen on 2. Winner of the opening race, fastest race of the season. In red for the Pirates, Chris Holder. On gate 3 for the Robins in yellow is Grzegorz Zengota. And on gate 4, fellow Poole. In blue for the Pirates, their skipper, Maciej Janowski. So it's Andersen, Holder, Zengota, Janowski. That's how they line up in race number 7. Pirates only 4 to the good. Very much question of the first spend battle here with, as we know, Hans Andersen, pretty wily customer on that first corner. What can he do here? Can Chris gate across? What can Magic do? That is an unsatisfactory start there. Not quite sure. Probably Hans Andersen on the move there, I think, because Chris Holder hardly moved at all. But Tony Steele, the referee tonight, was on that one and calls them all 4 back.
Back to the line with 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay, it's the restart then of heat number 7. Key race this, whether Swindon can close the gap even further or the Pirates can open it out. So it's Hans Andersen on 1, Chris Holder on 2, Grzegorz Zengota on 3, and it's Maciej Janowski on 4. Hans Andersen certainly made the first bend first that time. whether it was his anticipation that caused the race to be restarted. Certainly one thing's for sure, Chris Holder got a really poor start there, and he was trailing going into the corner and probably relieved to see the red light come on. I'm sure that won't happen again this time, but certainly Robins have got the gate 1 and 3 advantage, and intriguing to see how this one shapes up. The performance of Andersen and Zengota here will dictate how their Swindon Robins fortunes will be for the rest of the evening. Starke walks away. This time it's Chris Holder who gets away first, and a brilliant gate there as Maciej Janowski comes around to join him. What a back straight that was of Speedway there. Maciej Janowski was absolutely brilliant. He had the difficult gate 4, he just kept it screwed on, and he was absolutely brilliant. He's got this track lined up, and the 5-1 on paper as looks at potential for the Pirates is very much being delivered here. Hans Andersen's trailing at the back. He made the start first time, possibly unfairly, but certainly didn't make it the second time because Chris Holder was all over him. Maciej Janowski just went around the pair of the Robins, and there they are. The 8-point advantage for the Pirates is being restored. Big style here in heat number 7 as Maciej Janowski, full skipper, and Chris Holder, their number 1. Take the checkered flag for the Pirates. Quality riders, Grand Prix riders, top 8 Grand Prix riders, and there they are, getting maximum points for the Poole Ready Power Pirates in race number 7 to make the scoreline now. After 7 races, Pirates 25, Robins 17. Two-wheel celebration. That's counting both riders, of course. So, heat 8 means we're at halfway stage of the meeting, and this time we've got the Robins on 1 and 3 with Charles Wright in yellow on gate 1. On gate 2 is Kacper Gomolski in red for the Pirates. On 3 is Eduard Krcmar in white, and on 4 in blue for the Pirates. Coming out for his second ride, well, his third actually, but he was excluded in his second one, and that's Carl Newman. That's the lineup, heat 8. Where they go. Superstar by Kacper there, and Carl Newman looks like he's on target to join him, but certainly Charles Wright there, not making life too easy for him. Oh, that's not a very, very nice sight at all there, as first of all Carl Newman, and then, well, they just came together basically, and Carl and Charles certainly came down pretty hard. We don't like to see that. Certainly one thing's for sure, in the case of Charles Wright, thank goodness for the air fence, because he went flying into the safety fence, and I'm sure that took the wind out of his sails. Carl Newman's still down. We'll just have to keep our fingers crossed and hope those two young, they were really battling for it there. I'm not really sure who was the cause of that stoppage, so we'll just have to wait on the referee's decision on that one. Well, it's good to see both riders making their way back there. That was a really heavy fall, but the crowd booing, I don't think they're booing Charles Wright. Hopefully they're booing the referee's decision, because quite honestly that was a tough decision by the referee. He has excluded Carl Newman, who's judged to have, I mean, they were just riding hard. I mean, Carl did probably lose control first, but Charles had driven under him quite hard, and then they both fell basically. So well, I'm sure the replay will show exactly what happened there in detail. But crowd not happy with Newman's exclusion. Referee just had a hard decision to make. So best the Pirates can hope for this time is a share of the spoils, with Carl Newman having been excluded. We have had a chance to just view the footage, and it was a tough speedway decision, but probably the right one by the referee, although the crowd didn't like it. So it's Charles Wright on 1, Kacper Gomolski 2, Eduard Krcmar 4, and flying start by Kacper Gomolski there, who leads this one up. Eduard Krcmar in second place, and Charles Wright there, not surprisingly, taking things just a little bit carefully back in third place. I think he's a bit sore, possibly a bit winded, don't know about the bike, but he's just going to be content to take a point here by the looks. Kacper Gomolski is going to, if he keeps this up, help the Pirates to maintain their 8-point advantage as we hit the halfway stage of the meeting, and he's got a lap and a half just to hold on to this advantage, which I'm sure he will, making his second win of 3 races on the night. Eduard Krcmar just looking a little bit happier on the track, as he's seemed to be getting used to the circuit here on his first visit. And in third place we got Charles Wright. Kacper gets the 3 points. Ginger Power wins it again, that time for the Pirates. And of course Kacper doesn't need any encouragement to immediately showboat with one wheel up. There he goes. 28-20, the scoreline now. Well, any suggestion that Charles Wright will be given a little bit of recuperation time after that heavy spill have been dashed, because Roscoe's drafted him straight back in for a placement ride here in heat number 9. So here's the full lineup then. We've got Grzegorz Zengota on gate 1 in white for the Robins. We've got Poole Starke on 2 in blue for the Pirates. And the place of Darryl Ritchings is taken by Charles Wright. That's a change that obviously we thought would happen earlier, but Charles Wright still looked a little bit below par in his last race, but he's obviously been put out here to do a job this time, and that will probably be to meet Poole Starke. And completing the lineup for the Pirates, we've got on gate 4 in red, Davey Watt, with a win and a third place so far to his credit. And another race just to come after this. And Davey Watt gets a good start there, right the way around the lot of them from gate 4 there, although Zengota getting a little bit close there coming out the pits turn. And this would keep the Pirates 8 points to the good. We'll start trailing at the back. Charles Wright obviously has made a sufficient recovery to once again get the better of Poole Starke, but Poole Starke is having none of it. He's setting off in hot pursuit, trying to catch hold of the Swindon number 6 in the yellow helmet there in third place. But I think probably we can say this is another drawn race, and it will of course maintain the Pirates' 8-point advantage, and that means that Swindon Robins will not be able to make a tactical move. So last half lap of the race, Davey Watt comfortably up front for his second win of the night, looking in as good form as we've seen him in for the rest of this part of the season, the middle part of the season. Absolutely back to his best is Davey, and I'm sure he'll want to celebrate a race win with his own one-wheel celebrations. And here he comes. Sure the grandstand are going to give it to him. Always a popular pirate here is Davey. Heat number 10, another mouth-watering racing prospect here with Darcy and Magic. Here's the full lineup then. On one, it's Dakota North in red for the Pirates. He's not had the best of starts, 2 last places, so he needs to look to his laurels this time. On 2 alongside him is Darcy Ward in white. In blue on gate 3, Pirate skipper Maciej Janowski. And in gate 4 in yellow for the Robins, coming up for his final ride of the night, Eduard Krcmar. So it's North, Ward, Janowski, Krcmar. That's how they line up for what is another mouth-watering race here with Maciej Janowski and Darcy Ward, teammates last year. Not tonight. And Maciej gets a brilliant start there, and Dakota North looks like he wants to join him. Darcy Ward there, back in 3rd place. Certainly Dakota North is really trying to get this one, but he's already been passed by Darcy Ward. Eduard Krcmar at the back. Maciej Janowski's away like the wind. Darcy Ward's never going to catch him in the month of Sundays. He's going to make a 10-point advantage to the Pirates. Darcy is really flying though. Dakota North is doing his best back in 3rd place there, but Maciej Janowski leading by half the length of a straight, and he's going to take this one, no doubt about it. So having already had his colours lowered by Chris Holder, Maciej Janowski now doing the same again. Oh! Nearly took off coming out the bend there. He hit something just coming out the bend, did Maciej. Heart in mouth time for a second, but great race win there. Gives the Pirates a 4-2, and they now lead by 35 points to 25 after 10 races. So last possible chance in Heat 11 for a team to use a tactical ride. They have to be 10 points behind. The Swindon Robins have just gone 10 points behind, their final chance, and they've named Andersen as the rider to wear the black and white helmet. Here we are then with the lineup for the race. Chris Holder on gate 1 in red for the Pirates. 2 wins for Chris. On gate 2 is Andersen in that black and white helmet. On gate 3, Davey Watt, who's had 2 wins out of 3, and another one this time. We're just about, well, I wouldn't seal the victory, but so go a long way for the Pirates. But they face tough opposition because on gate 4 in yellow for the Robins, we've got their skipper and number 5. Troy Batchelor is having a pretty good night himself. Troy with just dropped 1 point to an opponent from his first 2 rides. So it's Holder, Andersen, Watt, Batchelor, heat number 11, crucial race. Oh, and Chris Holder's away like a rocket there, as is Davey Watt, as Andersen appeared to just be creeping at the start there. Well, Davey Watt into 2nd place, and if he holds on to this, Andersen's tactical ride is going to be to absolutely no avail. Chris Holder's away absolutely like the wind, and Davey Watt there got a good head of speed to leave the 2 Robins trailing, and here they come halfway through the race. Could be a 5-1 to really nail the Pirates' advantage in this one. It doesn't look as if Andersen's got any appetite here to improve upon his 3rd place, and with 1 lap to go, Pirates looking at a 5-1 to give them a 14-point advantage. They're well clear of the Robins in this one. This could be that time of the match where we can say the Pirates are going to get the points here tonight. Certainly Andersen there really not couldn't compete with that pair of Aussies out in front, Chris Holder and Davey Watt. in scintillating form tonight. Troy Batchelor it was, finishing in 4th place. 5-1 to the Pirates. Moves the scoreline along to Poole 40 points. We get the customary celebration. Poole 40 points. And the Swindon Robins 26. 14 points to make up. Looks a bit of a tough ask to me.
Well, beautiful one.
Okay, we move on to the reserves race in Heat 12. Repeat of Heat 2. Here's the lineup. On 1, Darryl Ritchings in yellow for the Robins. On gate 2 we got Carl Newman for the Pirates in blue. On 3 we got Charles Wright for the Robins in yellow. And on 4, Poole Starke for the Pirates in red. Well, Carl Newman's had, this is his 3rd start, wins his 1st one, takes exclusion his 2nd one, racing exclusion his 3rd one, so he's just got 3 points from 3 starts, as has in fact Poole Starke, 3 points from 4 starts. So Charles Wright is the main sort of, what should we say, obstruction to the Pirates getting a race win this time. He's been in pretty lively form. Darryl Ritchings obviously still learning what life's like in the Elite League. So, and it's of course Carl Newman and Charles Wright facing up once again, and this time it's Carl Newman and Charles Wright into the first bend together. Almost a repeat of what happened before as Wright leads it up. Newman now comes through to take it over on the inside there, and Poole Starke getting alongside the pair of them. 3 riders up the back straight, 3 abreast. What a race at Speedway this is with these reserves. Carl Newman then out in front. Charles Wright there trying to get on to Poole Newman there. Poole Newman? Where did he come in? Poole Starke, oh look at that, Charles Wright, how brave is that? And Newman and, oh wow, Newman gets out of shape, then now Poole Starke coming on the inside. Oh, and Charles Wright goes down and hits the deck. Is he going to get up in time? I don't know, this race probably be awarded if he doesn't get up. I think they're going to put, no, the checker flowers coming out now, and the red light. Wow, that was 3 laps of unbelievably brave speedway by Charles Wright, Carl Newman, and Carl Newman. I don't know who won it now. I was too busy checking on the progress of Charles Wright, but all those riders deserve, what should we say, all the plaudits, because I don't know whether Charles thinks that he was sort of the meat in the sandwich there, a bit hard done by, I don't know. He probably got the rub of the green on the earlier race with Carl Newman, but that time I think the Pirates got that fair and square. They did indeed. Good to see Charles on his feet there. I think he just sort of slid into the air fence, nothing untoward that time, other than a loss of points. The race was awarded as a 5-1. Poole Starke was the race winner. Carl Newman was second. Darryl Ritchings picks up a point, and Charles Wright there fell and excluded. 5-1 to the Pirates. Oh, we're having a night tonight, aren't we? 45-27 with 3 each remaining. Get my breath now. On we go to the big Heat 13 then. Here's a race that we've been looking forward to tonight, and here's how they line up. On 1, Maciej Janowski. He's been untouchable tonight. On 2, Troy Batchelor in the yellow for the Robins. On 3, it's Chris Holder in red for the Pirates. And on 4, in white, Darcy Ward. So,
young Darcy taking a tumble down there on start line, slightly red-faced as he goes backwards.
Oh, Darcy needs a push.
And his cheeks will no doubt match the racesuit that he's wearing over there on gate number 4. Let's try it again.
So, Janowski, Batchelor, Holder, Ward.
and Darcy Ward, who is an ex-Grand Prix rider, a future Grand Prix rider, and only circumstances have prevented him from still being a Grand Prix rider. Top quality here in Heat 13. Oh, what a brilliant start that was by Troy Batchelor there as Chris Holder comes around. Oh, look at those up the back straight there. Janowski holding off from Darcy Ward there, so it's Chris Holder leading from Troy Batchelor, then Maciej Janowski and Darcy Ward on the inside as Janowski looking to come through. Troy Batchelor just drifting a little bit wide there. Janowski looking to get through. He has come through. Chris Holder's like a man possessed tonight, but Janowski there just getting that little bit of extra. The crowd are going wild. Here's the Pirates on to a 5-1 with Chris Holder out in front. Maciej Janowski having to really fight to hold on to his second place because Troy Batchelor is really going well. Darcy Ward there just pulling at the back. He just found that one a little bit too tough. Chris Holder gets the big roar along with his partner Maciej Janowski. Darcy a little bit disappointingly just pulls up and goes straight back into the pits. 5-1 to the Pirates, who lead by 50 points to 28 with 2 heats remaining. All the points are coming this way. And when I say this way, I mean this way. Heat 14 next, and can Swindon get a bit of respectability in the scoreline, or are the Pirates going to rub it in a little bit more? It's the Pirates on 1 and 3 this time, with Kacper Gomolski on 1 in blue for the Pirates. We got Grzegorz Zengota in yellow for the Robins on gate 2. On gate 3 we got Dakota North in red. He's got 1 point tonight. He had 14 and a bonus from 5 last week, so there we are. Fluctuating fortunes. Dakota North then in red from gate 3. We'll be hoping for something to round off the evening with Hans Andersen also on a fairly modest 3 points from 3 rides tonight, and he goes from gate 4, the Swindon guest. He's in the white helmet. So Gomolski, Zengota, North, Andersen, the lineup for heat 14.
And he's taking number 2, 5 points on his chart so far from 3 outings in the ball.
Here they are coming into line. Kacper Gomolski on gate 1 there. He's had a couple of wins tonight, two race wins out of 3. He'll be very happy with that, I'm sure. And if he could add another one this time, he'd be even happier. So heat 14 then, penultimate race, just the big nominated to follow this. They go, and Andersen gets a pretty useful gate from 4 there as he comes around. Kacper Gomolski and Andersen into that back straight, with Andersen just getting around Kacper. And the two of them having a right old ding-dong, with Andersen once again just holding on. Gomolski in second place. Dakota North there, comfortably in third. Grzegorz Zengota currently right at the back. Pretty closely bunched in this one, and Kacper Gomolski still trying to catch Hans Andersen, but Hans just got a bit of extra drive that time to pull out a little bit of a lead, as it looks like the Pirates are now settling for share of the scores. Andersen's going to double his total on the night if he holds on to this win. Final bend then, Hans Andersen. I think it's a question of probably too little too late, as Kacper Gomolski just eases off over the line to let Dakota North through into second place. Fourth place going to Grzegorz Zengota. 3-3 makes a score with 1 race still left. 53 to the Pirates and 31 to the Robins. And it goes to show what we were saying earlier on, that matches are not decided on paper, because the Robins certainly looked as if they had a pretty powerful team tonight, but the Pirates were in awesome form, top to bottom, and They're going to take a full share of the 3 points. Looks like Kacper wants to do a bit more showboating. I think it's safe to say this young man enjoys his speedway. Doesn't speak much, and I guess he lets his actions speak for themselves.
The rider in the blue number colour taking time to pay his respects to the faithful here at Wimborne Road. Kacper Gomolski. The official result of heat number 14 was a win to the rider in white and Andersen. The complete.
So the line-up for the big nominated race sees Chris Holder on gate 1 in red for the Pirates, Darcy Ward in white for the Robins on 2, Dakota North for the Pirates. Only scored 3 points in the match. He could literally double his total if he takes a win here. He's got his work cut out. He goes on gate 3 anyway. And Hans Andersen, who literally only just pulled his reputation out of the fire in the previous race, heat 14, with a win, having scored 3 points from 3 starts before that, including one of them being a tactical ride. So riders on gates 3 and 4 here, Dakota North and Hans Andersen, have had modest evenings. Actually, Darcy Ward has had 3 second places, so he's only sitting with a total of 6 and a bonus point from 4 starts. He'll want to put a few on, but the man who's been in absolutely jet propelled form tonight is the rider on gate 1, Chris Holder, and he's had 3 unbeaten races. 4 unbeaten races. Is he going to make it 5? Oh. And it's Darcy Ward that gets a good one from 2 there, right round. In fact, looks like Hans Andersen wants to join him. Looks like the Robins want to take a 5-1 to finish it off. Although Chris Holder's got other ideas as he comes through. He relegates Darcy Ward, and Darcy Ward come back at Chris Holder. What a race this is. Superb speedway here. Hold on, fellas. Chris nearly overcooked it there. Hans Andersen leading it up then from Darcy Ward. Chris Holder in 3rd place. He's really having a go here, but it looks like the Robins should round it off with a consolation result with a lap to go. Chris Holder looks like he's got some issues with his bike. No, it's a puncture. Chris Holder's got a puncture, and Dakota North there is cruising around in 3rd place. I don't know whether he's got a puncture as well, but the Robins finish off what has been a little bit of a disappointing evening for them in terms of their expectations. They take a 5-1 to finish. So it's Hans Andersen and Darcy Ward. Makes the final score in the match 54 to the Pirates and 36 to the Robins. So both those Robins adding a bit of respectability onto their final scoreline, with Hans Andersen taking his total actually up to 9, and Darcy Ward taking his up to 8 plus 2. Oh, big sections of the crowd staying on just to show their appreciation for a match-winning display. Pirates certainly consolidating their 2nd place in the league table, and just sending a little message out to the likes of Coventry, Swindon, Bellevue and Kings Lynn that come the end of the season, the business end of the season, they got a team of 7 riders that can deliver, as they have done tonight.
Relief on your face, I think. I could definitely tell there was a sense of tension in the pits before heat 1.
Oh yeah, Swindon are a tough team, and obviously with Darcy on their side, it's going to be hard to beat him around here, and the team they got is quite good. So to get the score we did tonight was really good effort from all of us, and yeah, we're just happy we got the win and all the points and keep on going.
As far as Wessex Marine are concerned, they tell me that they gave you the verdict because you set the tone in heat number 1 and that victory over Darcy. I know you are great mates, of course. It's not often we get to see the Turbo Twins going head to head, but it was a treat tonight.
I'd much rather race with him than against him, but it's the way it is. And yeah, I got off to a good start in the first one, and managed to get the win, and then the rest of the boys chipped in and we all got some good wins on the board, and I think they only won a couple of heats all night, so that shows the strength of the team.
Absolutely. Big statement tonight, thanks to Chris Holder.
On tipped-up form, Chris Holder.
Kacper, a better night tonight.
Yeah, I raced my second bike and really better in last meeting. I'm very happy and good result from team, and yeah.
All the team did good tonight, and you particularly played your part.
Yeah, it's Maciej, Maximum, Chris, good race. Watty, Darky, Poole, Kylie's really good race today and big win.
Keep up the good work. Thanks to Kacper Gomolski.
In a word, Casper's happy.
So close, he was very nearly the rider of the night once more, but he had to give way to Chris in the end. Ladies and gentlemen, Maciej Janowski. Maciej, you must be very happy with your men tonight.
Yes, of course. We all knew this will be a really tough meeting, and was so. I'm very proud and happy. We all score good points, and all the riders have good nights. So on the finish we have good score for Poole Pirates. So yeah.
Did Matt and Midlow have any special words for you before tonight?
They was so stressed, we try all the best, and we all knew it will be tough. So we give 100%. We was prepared good for this meeting. All bikes was working good. So I'm very happy.
Did a great job. Thank you, boys. Maciej Janowski.
Brilliant performance by Maciej tonight, unbeaten.
A tapes infringement, he picked up an exclusion. Many of you I know were not happy about that, but that was the way Speedway cut tonight for Kyle Newman. Kyle, give us your verdict on things.
No.
All right, well, let's do our best to describe your feelings anyway.
I actually felt a lot better on track tonight. Obviously, it's a shame about the tapes, and then the other thing we're just not even going to mention because it'd be in my best interests.
No, we'll keep that one to yourself, and people can imagine the rest. But as far as the win went, that was great to see, and of course, pairing up for another 5-1 in Heat 12 as well.
Yeah, the teams, I think we've sort of showed a lot of people what we really can do tonight. A lot of people come in tonight doubting, and I think we've just proved them all wrong. So, we just got to keep it going now all the way to the playoffs and through, and hopefully to that final.
Keep the faith, he says. Keep the faith, we will. Kyle Newman.
Kyle Newman there, bit down in the dumps.
His verdict on tonight as he moves them to the top 3 in his next meeting for the Pirates. Davey Watt. Davey, I know you'll be happy with the result tonight, and lots of people came to support you.
Mate, I'm stoked. Thank you everyone for coming out and supporting the team and the club. It's absolutely amazing. So cool to hold a meeting up to wait for you guys to come in at the start. I'm super happy that we had to wait for you, and so thanks all for turning out, and thank you very, very much for your support with the Speedway Riders Benevolent Fund. Thank you.
Nice words indeed from Davey Watt.
Good words as always from Davey Watt.
He started to get the speed at the end of the meeting, and I'm sure he'll be happier about that than he was at the beginning. Dakota North. Dak, you got your Heat 15 in, and it looked like you were starting to get some speed up.
Yeah, we had some big problems in my first 3, which we didn't find out until after my 3rd ride, but we sorted it out for my 4th ride, and it was an okay one, but then none of the boys wanted 15. I said, I've just sorted my bike out, I'll give it a crack, but it wasn't my night from hero to zero, but we'll sort it out. It was I couldn't do anything about that. We just took us too long to find the problem, but anyway, lucky I got some killer teammates that covered for me, and they did their part and covered for me, so I owe them big time.
It's the strength of having a good team around you that you can have a night like you did. I know you'll rather forget it than remember it. Dakota North! He's still smiling, and it's great to see because he's in some great form. He was riding some of his best stuff tonight. Poole Starke! Paul, your score doesn't necessarily belie your effort tonight and your rewards.
No, it's a good night for me really, but I worked hard for it, but struggling from the gate, I put a new clutch on and thought it was going to be quick, and it just wasn't getting me there, so I was having to try and pick a few places off. I'd rather do it from the start, but you know, good night really. Team won, and you know, rivals Swindon, so beating them's a big plus. So yeah, really happy with that.
Well, you've slotted into the Pirates mould very well. You know the teams that we really want to make sure that we can eclipse, and we've done that tonight in big style.
Yeah, you know, that's what it's about, you know, putting in big performances and setting a bit of a benchmark really to the rest of the teams in the league, and I think we've done that tonight. So, you know, really happy for the team and the club, and, you know, happy for the support that we get from all the fans. You know, really good turnout today. So, yeah, brilliant.
Good to have you on board. Maintain the equilibrium.
Paul Starke there. So a convincing win for the Pirates. Plenty of good racing here tonight, some fantastic racing. I mean, take your pick. That opening race with Chris and Darcy was magic. Magic was magic, and I think that three abreast race in Heat 12 with the reserves was pretty special too. So you can enjoy a rerun of all that racing once you've had your first look at this, and pick out your favourite races and go over them again and again, as we encourage you to do here at ReRun Productions. So from Rob behind the camera, myself, Graham Sutton, from here at Wimborne Road, a busy night it was for the Pirates with a big crowd. We wish you a very good night.